I got married without telling my sister and she's losing her mind. My fiance Amy and I had been planning a small, simple wedding for months. We wanted something quiet with just close friends and family at City Hall. Nothing fancy, just signing papers and going to dinner after. But then my sister Katie found out and everything went crazy. She has this thing called rejection-sensitive dysphoria where she takes everything super personally and thinks everyone is leaving her out on purpose. Our whole lives, my parents have made me include her in everything because of it. When Katie heard about the wedding, she immediately started making demands. She called me saying she needed to be part of the ceremony as the sister of the groom. I told her we weren't even having a wedding party, just witnesses to sign the papers. That wasn't good enough. She said she should walk down the aisle before Amy carrying flowers. I explained there was no aisle at City Hall, but she kept insisting. Then she said if Amy's sister got to be there, she should get a special role too. My parents backed her up completely. They said I was being cruel and that Katie's condition meant I had to include her in special ways. My brother-in-law even got involved, texting me about how I was triggering her dysphoria and needed to be more understanding. Things got worse when Katie started planning my wedding for me. She sent me links to dresses she wanted to wear and ideas for a reception. She made a whole Pinterest board about sister of the groom traditions that don't even exist. I kept telling everyone we wanted something simple, but nobody listened. My mom called Amy's dad trying to get him on their side, saying he must want a big wedding too, but he never said that. He was actually relieved we were keeping it small since Amy's sister just had a huge wedding and her brother was planning one for next year. The final straw came 2 weeks before our planned date. Katie texted me a list of demands. She wanted to give a speech, sit at a head table, and have special photos taken with just me and her. She said her therapist agreed she deserved this because of her rejection sensitivity. I called her and said no to everything. I told her Amy and I were having the wedding we wanted, not the one she was planning. She started crying and said I was abandoning her and making her dysphoria worse. Then she hung up on me. My parents called an hour later, furious. They said I was being selfish and needed to accommodate Katie's needs, that she'd been in therapy talking about how excited she was to be sister of the groom. I told them this was my wedding, not Katie's therapy session. That's when Amy and I made a decision. We moved up the wedding date and didn't tell my family. On Friday afternoon, we went to City Hall with just Amy's dad, her sister and brother-in-law, her brother and his fiance, and my best friend and his wife. The ceremony took 10 minutes. We signed the papers, said our vows, and it was done. That night, we all went to a restaurant nearby and had dinner. Everyone wore regular clothes they already owned. We took some photos and just enjoyed being together. No drama, no demands, just celebrating. Amy and I spent Saturday together as a married couple and went back to work today. We didn't post anything on social media or tell anyone else. My parents found out on Sunday when my mom called to discuss wedding plans. I told her we already got married and she started screaming. She said I ruined Katie's life and that I was a horrible brother. Katie has been blowing up my phone with texts about how I betrayed her and made her dysphoria spiral out of control. My brother-in-law sent me a long message about how cruel I am. Even some extended family members are mad, but I don't care. Amy and I had the wedding we wanted. It was perfect and stress-free. We're married and that's all that matters. My wife's family was happy for us and didn't try to control anything. Katie is still sending me articles about rejection-sensitive dysphoria and how family members need to be more supportive. My parents want me to have another ceremony so she can participate. I said absolutely not. We're done. We're married and moving on with our lives.